What's up?
My question for you is, I am on baby step number 6. I'm single with no children, and I'm at the point where I would like to get will and trust set up so that if anything happens to me before I grow my family, my assets can go to my extended family and not to the government.
There you go.
With that being said, I have my parents as the primary beneficiaries for now. My hope is that I outlive them, but in the case that I don't, I'll have them as a primary. In the event that they pass, I need to pick a secondary beneficiary. I have one brother, 2 stepbrothers and a stepsister, and 1 niece. With that being said, I'm a little conflicted on what to do for my secondary beneficiaries because I feel that not all of my siblings would cherish the money responsibly. I don't want to create conflict by, only giving it to some of my siblings, but at the same time, I really wouldn't want to see the assets squandered.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. You're being very, very wise. Congratulations. You're under no moral or spiritual obligation to treat everyone equally. No one in this world is treated equally. I get discriminated against because I'm bald. No one is treated equally. Some people work harder than others. Some are smarter than others. Some are prettier than others. And their incomes and the money that they end up managing are therefore different. I cannot throw a football like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, so I don't get their paycheck. And so that's the point. Point is, we're always going to have wealth inequality. You can't fix that. Fair is what's at the county. There is no fair.
Perfect.
And so what's fair is someone that works twice as much ought to make twice as much. That's fair. It shouldn't be equal. Socialism is not fair. And so when you're looking at your will, if you kind of go through that lens, then you say, I do not have to do this. I'll give you an example in the Ramsey household, okay? We're people of faith, and so we believe we don't own the money, that we're managing it for God. And if you are not walking with God, you are not eligible to manage God's stuff. And so if one of mine goes off the ranch and decides they're going to be a heroin addict or run around in some kind of crazy, wicked lifestyle or something, they're not in the will. And it's not punishment. It's because they're not eligible to be a steward of God's things when they're not one of his children. And so that's how we view it. And by the way, we've communicated that pretty clearly. And so what you get when you get our stuff is you get the responsibility of managing it. It's not that you hit the lottery. And so that's how we've communicated our stuff and our estate planning with our heirs. And so, at 33 years old, if you're in good health, I don't know that you have to stir the pot necessarily like I would as a 60-year-old dad. I need to stir the pot a little more and let everybody know exactly how I feel. But I want to set you free from, if you've got one of these siblings or half-siblings that is misbehaving in their life, you don't want to fund their misbehavior. That is not an act of love. When you give a heroin addict $1 million, you'll kill them because they'll kill themselves with that money. And so when someone's operating with weakness in character or weakness in behaviors and you give them money, you expand the problem and the curse that is in their life. And so you don't want to hurt someone you love, and you will be hurting someone who's misbehaving when you give them money. And so you're under no obligation to give them anything, nor are you under any obligation to do it evenly. And so I would just set it up today the way it is. And by the way, the good news about beneficiaries and heirs and wills, nothing's permanent until you die. So you can change it every year. Maybe one of them gets all better and they've got a whole clean life and they clean up their act, and that'd be wonderful. I'm not mad at people. I just want to bless them. And when you give people money that are misbehaving, it is not a blessing. It's a curse.